Hey everybody, I hadn't made a video in a while. I just got on vacation. I don't have to work for 9 more days. Woohoo! Um, Thought I would update everybody on the state of the game that I'm literally going to call the game of my life. I'm going to make this space trader. The game of my life. In other words, I'm going to release it. It's going to be pretty close to what you're going to call crappy when I release it. And hopefully you don't call it that, but I'm going to call it that. And I'm going to continually work on it for the rest of my life. I'm 100% sure on that. 99.9%. And then I'll work on other games as well, offshoots, all kinds of other ideas and things I have. But the Space Trader, this is going to be the one. So as far as what I've got so far, I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm just going to update you. All the code is now improved with classes for everything in the way that I want. In other words, putting something in, it's not exactly accurate to show you all of this, but like this is the game right here in these classes, which is really cool. So because the star, that is the star for the center of the solar system. It's a 3D sphere. The background stars, they have their own class. So as you're traveling through the 2D space, looking for your planet to land on and trade on, and I happen to have done a nod to the original Star Trek. You notice when the original Star Trek was out, you see the red and the blue stars in the background. It's a very, very small detail, but it's related to, of course, actual physics. Like if you were traveling through space, you would see blue and red stars. So, but the editor itself here, you can change the everything about the cubes, like the grid, the type, and the sphere, of course, the type of sphere that is displayed. You can go back and forth. So now I can choose. Basically, I can cherry pick the ones that I like, and the ones that see, like some of these are really cool. Like it's a fractal continents, you know. So I can look at those. I can change the color, smooth things out, figure things out, you know. That was really cool. Look at that. It's purple and it's kind of receding. That's nice. See, and I can save little details and things like that. See, like the color over here for the cube. And everything's configurable, so you can change the details. So you can cycle through all the different ones and see what they look like, you know, and different, change the colors, all that. Anyway, so I can cherry pick the ones that I like. So I can actually focus on ones that I want people to see when they play the game versus all the other random stuff, which is kind of okay, you know, whatever. Or maybe it just doesn't suit this particular application. So anyways, so we've done that. 3D sphere is a star. We got that. The 2D planets and moons, points and lines. Okay, so that one we kind of have to go back just one. So that was the editor I was just showing you. Let's look at the previous one because I save every single version as I'm producing it. Excuse me. And so this version here shows you, let's see if I can go to see the planets there. And so the center of the screen, and this is just, I really haven't been working too much on the ship in the center, which would be really cool. But so you select the planet that you land on, and then all of a sudden this is formed, and you've got the palette that was used to produce the different moons of the planet and the lines that connect the moons. Whoops. See, there's lines to connect the moons and stuff, and that's all based on the palette per planet, right? So the center is the star, and then the background stars, of course, and then the planets each have a palette, and the palette encompasses the moons, and then it also, excuse me, drinking a little bit of beer here, so there's a little bit of scratch in the throat or whatever. And I hit 2, land on the surface, and all of a sudden, where are we at? Let's get with it here. All of a sudden, and this I set up just to initialize as a really quick Voronoi map. Anyways, okay, so moving on. We're looking at everything here. Where is the stuff? Planets with reds and blues in the background. Got that. Excuse me. So the next things we're going to do would be the custom GUI completely from scratch, saving and loading state of the world. One thing that I'm going to consider, that I'm going to do stuff similar to, is this demo here. I noticed that the guy was using the P5 JavaScript. This is a JavaScript application, and he just, in a single line, he made a slider that controls a variable, which is really cool. And I thought about doing a particular custom slider. This is the Voids flocking demo, which I have yet to do, but I will do as a distraction, of course, from my true work on the Space Trader. I will do the flocking demo soon. I'm trying to do that for a while. So things yet to work on, of course, the custom GUI, saving and loading of the world. That's going to happen really soon because, of course, the editor is going to allow me to save and load things. So we're going to want to put those into the world, and of course then we're going to want to save and load the whole world. Eliminating blocks, creating blocks, that will of course happen on the planets. Customizing each block's color grid, shader type. See, we're already there with the editor, so it's just a matter of taking the editor, putting it into the game, allowing the creation of blocks from the editor. After a block is placed, all blocks are modifiable, so that's kind of modifying the editor to work within the game. So basically I'm making the editor separate. However, eventually it's going to be one with the game. It's going to be part of the game, but not completely everything. I'm going to have to change it a little bit, but that's fine. Excuse me. So the trading mechanic with 2D interface, old Terraria. So the trading mechanic is going to be interesting. We're going to have a custom numbering system. I know I have shown you in the past free type. I kind of want to do something completely unique and different. I don't want to have free type. I don't want to have fonts. I don't want to have text. I want it to be something completely unique, and that is going to be revealed as I figure that out, and you can probably guess what I'm going to do based on some of the videos that I put out. But if not, of course I will highlight and show off, quote unquote, show off that stuff. Planet and player inventories, that will be part of it. This is some of the really simple stuff that I can get for free, and a lot of other people have done the work and I can benefit from it. Music and sound effects being the main one. Title and end screen, really simple stuff. On the lines of web design, I don't like to do, but we're going to do it because of course you got to have credits, you got to have a title screen, you got to have all kinds of buttons for play and quit and options and everything. Trailer and screenshots, those are kind of fun. I like to do those all the time. That's no problem. Marketing, hype. I do that all the time anyways, except I actually this might involve reaching out to a publisher. I'm not going to lie. I want to go completely solo as far as the dev part, but as far as marketing and publishing, I might actually reach out to a publisher. And then there's some stuff that I may do completely myself, like maybe I'll do a Patreon. Or maybe I will at first won't reach out to a publisher and see how I do, and then reach out to a publisher and contrast, So anyways, this is more of kind of like a where I'm headed with game dev permanently versus a programming update. So take this video for what it's worth, and thanks so much for watching, and I hope I'm of some inspiration to at least a few of you in the game dev sphere. Alright, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. I'm going to finish this beer and play some more video games.